Welcome to the Wellness for Women show, where we talk about life, weight loss and everything in between. I'm Faye Caseman, founder of the AAA Way Life and Weight Loss Programme, and I'm here to help you put together the pieces of life and weight loss for one last time. This is an episode of the Wellness for Women show, filmed live in the free Facebook group. Hello, and welcome to episode number 46 of the Wellness for Women show. So if I asked you right now, what is the most important relationship in your life, what would you say? So chances are you may say your spouse or partner, your children, your parents or close friends. But what about the most important relationship of all, the one that we all tend to forget? And that's the one that you have with yourself. So would you even give yourself a second thought if I asked you that question? I know many women tend to put themselves down the pecking order of importance, whether that be in their career, their family, their weight loss journey, or just everyday life. And I want to spend some time today talking about why the most important relationship you will ever have is with yourself. And sometimes we just need that little reminder. So just like any other relationship, the one that you have with yourself needs to be nurtured and cared for. And it means, making time for self-care, for reflection and soul searching. It means being your own best friend and your biggest supporter. And it also means investing in yourself, mind, body and soul. And only by really doing this can you hope, I think anyway, to have true lasting success in life, weight loss and everything in between. So coming up in today's show, I want to talk about the importance of the relationship that you have with yourself, why it's essential to nurture your self-relationship if you want lasting weight loss, how to nurture your relationship with yourself, how to make time for self-care, reflection and soul searching, and how to be your own best friend and your biggest supporter. As usual, let me know your takeaways from this episode in the Wellness for Women group. Leave a hashtag gem plus your comment. Likewise, got a question? The group is the place to be for community and support. And don't forget that the most engaged member of the month has a chance to win a voucher. So quick intro as usual from me. From those who are newer into my world, I am Faye Casement, your host and founder of the Wellness for Women group and membership. And I believe that life and sustainable weight loss go together like a jigsaw. And you can't work on one without working on the other if you want that sustainable weight loss. Because at the end of the day, you are unique. So is your weight loss journey. And so if you're sick of counting calories, points, macros, eliminating food and want to eat real food and lose weight and get control of your relationship with food, then I'm your gal. So reach out to me on any of my socials. All the links are in the description. So back to you, the importance of the relationship that you have with yourself. So we've all been there. We've all been so busy taking care of our families, pets, careers, businesses, homes, that you forget to take care of the most important person in your life, and that is you. You can't pour from an empty cup, as the saying goes. And once, I once had somebody tell me on my Facebook profile that self-compassion was selfish. And I actually call BS on that one, because in order to truly take care of those around you, you need to take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself physically, mentally and emotionally as best you can, so that you can be the best possible version of yourself. And we've all heard the analogy that if you're on an airplane and the oxygen mask drops down, what are the flight attendants going to tell you to do? They'll tell you to put your oxygen mask on first, and then help those around you. But it's so true. If you are not taking care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of others as well too. It's as simple as that. You can't help yourself or others if you're not present physically, mentally and or as emotionally as you possibly could be, unique to you and your circumstances, of course, because everybody's got something unique going on that might obviously impact that. But it runs deeper than this, though. We have relationships with everything. We have it with money, with work, with food, with health, with society, and the list goes on and on. And how you show up for you will also change how you show up for, in and around these areas too. And so this is why, again, your relationship with you, your life, your weight loss, all goes together like that jigsaw. And the quality of our lives is therefore directly related to the quality of our relationships. And if we don't have a good relationship with ourselves, it can be pretty impossible to have a healthy, fulfilling relationship with others and the world around us. So, when we're not taking care of ourselves emotionally or mentally, it's difficult to be present for others. We might find ourselves being more reactive than usual, lashing out when we feel triggered or stressed, or we might sink into negative patterns like people pleasing and codependency. And we may make poor decisions regarding money or work or studies or food or health, that we wouldn't perhaps make if we were taking care of ourselves first. And so, if we want this rich, satisfying relationship with others and life in general, we need to make sure that we've got a rich and satisfying relationship with ourselves and that is on solid ground. So why is it essential to nurture your self-relationship if you want lasting weight loss? So as women with a history of dieting, it is common to find that we, more than others, have a negative relationship with ourselves, one that can be built on self-doubt, insecurity, and negativity. And the diets over the years have added to this as we've gone through cycles of feeling deprived, then overeating, all the time piling on the shame and guilt and the negative self-talk. So is it any wonder really that we find weight loss hard when our inner dialogue sounds something like this? I'll never be thin, I'll never be good enough, I'll never be happy, or I don't deserve to be happy, thin or healthy. This, my lovelies, is why it is so essential to nurture your relationship with yourself if you want weight loss that lasts. We need to start from a place of self-love and compassion in order for weight to come off and stay off for good. Now, it might sound like an airy-fairy concept, but weight loss is 80% mindset and 20% action. So think about it like this. If you're trying to lose weight and, like, say, your inner dialogue is one of self-doubt, insecurity and negativity, are you going to be thinking that you're going to be successful? Well, no, you're not. And so you're not going to take actions because you're not going to believe that you can be successful. You may find some success if you go quite hard on yourself. The weight may come off temporarily. But as soon as the going gets tough, though, and often it does in weight loss, you're more likely to give up and revert back to old habits and give yourselves those beat downs for yet another failed weight loss attempt. On the other hand, though, if you have a positive relationship with yourself, or you're working on a positive relationship with yourself, one that is built on self-love and compassion, you're more likely to be successful in your weight loss journey because you believe in yourself and your ability to overcome any hurdle that comes your way. And it brings you sustainability, staying power, motivation, and momentum like you would just never believe. And this is why we work on food freedom in the membership. And I encourage all of my members to lose weight in a way that feels aligned with them and their lives. There is absolutely no point in me or anybody else giving you a diet plan and saying stick to this, as you just won't be able to do it long term. It's just not how we are built as humans, so you have to really build your own process. And that's what I do in the membership. I give you the simple tools and the support to help you build a method of weight loss that works for you. I give you mindset tools and I give you a planner and a simple process that, like I say, allows you to take back control over food and in a way that brings you more joy than any diet ever could. Plus, a load of mindfulness and life coaching resources, because it's that coaching support and walking alongside you as you build it out that's going to be critical to your success as well. So how do you go about nurturing your relationship with yourself if this is not something that you're used to doing? So here's some ideas to get you started. So spend time every day doing something that brings you joy. It could be reading, it could be walking in nature, listening to music, taking a bath, practicing yoga or meditation. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it makes you feel good. We want to get some dopamine going in the body. Other than dopamine that we get from eating food. Make time for reflection and soul searching. So this could involve journaling, spending time in nature, or attending workshops or retreats that help you to connect with your inner self. invest in yourself. This could mean taking a course or a class that interests you, investing in a good skincare routine, getting a massage, going on a trip that you've always wanted to take. Again, whatever makes you feel good. And the membership, of course, is a great opportunity for this. And again, be your own best friend and biggest supporter. This means being kind and compassionate to yourself, speaking kindly to yourself and forgiving yourself when you make mistakes. And it also means celebrating your successes, no matter how small they may be. So by investing in this relationship with yourself, you will find that the weight loss becomes easier, more sustainable, and more enjoyable. You will also find that you are better equipped to handle the challenges that life throws at you, and that's weight loss included. So make the decision today to nurture your relationship with yourself and see how it transforms your weight loss journey. So how do we make time for ourselves? That's the next question. Now I hear you, ladies. I can hear the shouts, but Faye, you wouldn't believe how busy I am. I don't have time for me once I've taken care of my career, business, family, pets, house, whatever it might be. And if you want a more in-depth look at time, you might want to check out episode 21 of how time impacts your weight loss. But for today, let's take a quick look at how you can make more time. And yep, you heard me right, how you can make more time. Okay, so we're not magicians here. Well, some of you might be, for all I know, but we aren't. But in the same breath, you have to remember that time at the end of the day is a man-made construct. It is just like everything else in life. You have a relationship with time. And believe me, my relationship with time runs deep. It's a strong one. I have a lot of thoughts about how I don't have enough time and I'm too busy and there's just not enough time in the day. They're definitely go-to thoughts that my brain comes up with as well. But the crazy thing is that when you do some of the mindset work that I can teach you, you start to realize that actually they are just stories. These thoughts are just stories that we can sometimes tell ourselves. And like I say, such as the time ones as well. And they are just that, they're just stories. And like all stories, when you're the one that's telling them, you have the choice to change how the story ends. You can rewrite your story about time and how much of it you have. And it's totally up to you which version of your story you want to live. So instead of I don't have time, think I make time. And the more you catch yourself saying things like, I don't have time, see if you can change it to, I will make time. Because the simple switch in your language will help you to change your relationship with time. And it also takes us out of that victim mindset that we can get into, takes us out of the equation and puts you back in the driving seat of your life, which is exactly where you want to be when it comes to weight loss. So here are some of my favourite tips for finding more time. So set yourself a regular daily, weekly or monthly slot in your diary for self-care, reflection and soul searching. Treat it like any other important meeting or deadline. Make it non-negotiable for you and your relationship with yourself. Maybe get up earlier or go to bed later to fit it in is one of the options. I know it's not always possible or desirable, but if you can make it just 30 minutes extra each day, that again would soon add up because it doesn't have to be a lot of time. Maybe you've got children, you could involve them in your self-care activities. For example, if you enjoy yoga or meditation, maybe you could do that when they're sleeping or watching a movie, or, if you enjoy going to walks together as a family, you can take them along with you. You could also ask for help from your partner, friends and family. I know sometimes we don't like to ask for help, but maybe they could take on some of the extra responsibilities just for a set period so that you've got extra time for yourself. But making time for self-care, reflection and soul searching is an investment in your future, and it's for the good of everybody else as well, and it's an investment in your weight loss journey and in your life. So make the decision today again to nurture your relationship with yourself, and again just watch how that transforms your weight loss journey. And I say, it doesn't have to be a lot of time in order to see a difference. We chat and I coach on this all the time, about how we can find balance in life for all the things that we want to do and what's important for us while we're working on weight loss. So, being your best friend and biggest supporter. So, in addition to taking care of yourself physically, you also need to nurture your mental and emotional health. Best part about my weight loss and biggest victory, bar none, was learning to be kinder to myself. I was a tough taskmaster on myself, and I still can be at times, not going to lie, but thankfully more rarely and with a lot less name calling, How would your life be if, when you made a mistake, you took down the judgment a few notches, didn't beat yourself up, but just agreed with yourself that you would learn from it and move on? And as we'll all say to each other from time to time, if you wouldn't say it to your sister, your daughter, your mother, your best friend, then don't say it to yourself. Simple, just don't. But then also be wary of the self-deprecating comedy trap. The one where you make fun of yourself before anyone else can. The one where you give yourself some kind of label like, oh, I'm just lazy, or I'm destined to be fat. This is not you being your own best friend. That's you putting yourself down before anyone else has got a chance to. And with the labels, that can become a self-fulfilling prophecy if you're not careful. So again, I'm not casting judgment here. I used to do it all the time. I would make a mistake, and then in my head, I'd call myself names like stupid or an idiot. And then this would lead to me feeling worse about myself and my weight loss journey. And at the end of the day, ladies, this needs to stop. Draw a line under this today. No more of this kind of poop talk about yourself. Because you are so much more, again, than your weight or your job or your clothes, what you drive, how much money you've got in the bank. We are so much more than what we do or don't do, have, etc. We are, at the end of the day, human beings, and we are deserving innately of love, compassion, and respect. So let's say, start today. Be your own best friend. Be your best supporter. And finally, I want to leave you with this thought. Your relationship with yourself is critical. Nurture it, invest in it, and watch how your life and weight loss journey transforms as a result. And remember that you're the only one who knows what's best for you. You are unique. Your life is unique, and one size doesn't fit all. So just leave you with some questions that you can think about asking yourself daily. What do I really need right now? So ask yourself daily, what do I need right now? That's a really good one for checking in with yourself and just trying to see whether what your brain is telling you want or need at that moment is true. And how can I prioritize my well-being today? Or it could even be, how can I prioritize my well-being right now if you're not feeling very well? How can I show myself compassion right now? So again, if you notice yourself going into beatdown mode, how can I show myself compassion right now? Okay. So that's it, folks. Pop into the Wellness for Women group and let us know what this episode sparked for you. As a community, we learn from each other, and by discussing what comes up and getting support, you will again make steps in your life and weight loss journey. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now. Thanks for listening, and don't forget, if you want to boost your life and weight loss the AAA way, check out the relevant links for today's show in the description. Speak soon.